Obviously, good to be playing at this point in the season. When you take a look at this week's preparation, how do you get ready for what Evansville Memorial presents? They're obviously very good on both sides of the football, a solid team. You don't make it to the state championship game without being a good football squad.
Absolutely. Everybody here is, earned the right to be here by playing great football, and there's everybody presents different types of threats, and I think as I look at their defensive line, that's something that really stands out. They got a pretty good defensive front. We're very well coached. Really, I think they're kind of like us. They're a balanced team. They can run, they can throw, they play good defense, good on special teams, and when you take care of the ball like they do, you're going to give yourself a chance to win a lot of games.
When you take a look at last week, obviously you don't want to start off the way that you guys did, but in that vein, how were you guys able to bounce back from down 17-0? That was probably the worst football that you played all season long, and beat a really good Hobart team in a semi-state game. What does that say about this team, and how do you make sure that you have a little bit better start than that?
Well, I think just resiliency and the ability for these guys to not panic. We early in the year we played Plymouth and Mishawaka, and we had been in some of those situations. It had been a while since we've been in those situations, but we trailed 14-0 at Plymouth. And I remember at the end of the first quarter, talking to the team and saying, guys, we're going to keep playing football. If they want to shoot out, they're going to score points, we're going to go score points. And if, this is a 54-50 game, we're going to do it. And these guys just keep playing football. They keep attacking. They keep saying, let's go score points. And eventually we're going to get some stops. And as our defense got better and better as the year went on, that made a big difference. So, Friday night with Hobart, we shoot ourselves in the foot. I think they kind of hit us with some stuff that we weren't expecting right away and made a couple mistakes, but the guys buckled down. I think the stop on the 3-yard line to force a field goal is one of the plays of the game, kind of keeping us in it. And we go into halftime down 17-10. You can look at them in the eye and say, guys, let's win one half by 8 points. We've done that all year. Mm-hmm. So I think there was a lot of confidence in the fact that we were able to kind of hang around in that first half, and that kind of led to playing pretty well the second half.
2003, the last time the East Noble made it to state. Have you had a chance to chat with Coach Depew and maybe some of those other guys that played or coached or had been in that game, and what's been their response?
I've talked to Coach Depew, and he's got a lot of great advice. I've talked to Coach Abel from the 2000 team, and he's going to be talking to the team this week. Jeff Wedding came and talked to the team last week. Tyler Knox was the captain of the 2000 team. He came and talked to the team a couple weeks ago. We've got coaches that coach still, as a part of that team, those teams. I've got a coach that played on one of those teams with me. So we've got a lot of people here that have been in those circumstances, and that's a nice calming effect. We kind of know what to expect a little bit, and these kids, they were just barely born when that happened. But if we can kind of lead them through the process of keeping their nerves down and just enjoying the moment, then I think we can go down there and play well.
What are you most looking forward to about Saturday? Because, this is kind of the apex. This is where you want to be if you're a high school football player, if you're a high school football coach, if you're a high school football fan.
Yeah, I think these kids grow up. The Indianapolis Colts have done so much for football in the state, and these kids grow up huge Colts fans. And just to go down there and just kind of walk through those hallways and get dressed in those locker rooms and head out on the field and see themselves on the jumbotron, and that's something I never forget. I just can't wait to see the looks on their faces. As a coach, I'll be here for a long time, and I've got an opportunity to maybe go back someday. These kids get one chance at it, and we want to make sure that it's a memorable experience, and we want to play as well as we can, and we want to win the game. So we're really gonna we're gonna get after it this week, and we're gonna go play our hearts out, but we're gonna make sure that we have some fun.
Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
I'm good.
Do you have your